Hello everyone, my name is Masha and today I'm doing a bracelet challenge. Hello, future Masha here. This is a couple of days later. I just wanted to pop in here quickly and say a couple of things. While I was filming this video, I actually hit 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And wow, that is such an amazing collective achievement, you guys. Thank you to every single one of you guys, whether you're an active subscriber or just a silent watcher or just randomly came across on one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this amazing YouTube thing that I have going. I am really happy that we were able to find each other and share our love for bracelets. So to celebrate this amazing community achievement, I'm going to be launching a new bracelet competition really soon. It's going to be on the 12th of June, so mark your calendars and check back to the channel then. Until then, I'm very happy to announce that I've actually launched my own Patreon. And if you don't know what that is, Patreon is a platform where you can support creators by giving them donations to help fund different projects. This is the best way to support the channel and to also get some really cool exclusive Patreon packs. All the support coming from Patreon will go towards this channel to make it better, to get more supplies and equipment, and so on. I already got a few patrons since I announced this on Instagram, and I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys because it really does make a ginormous difference and I really appreciate it. Of course, this is entirely optional. I don't want any of you to think that you have to do this. I appreciate you either way. But if you do want to do it, there are some really cool patron exclusive perks like a patron only competition, increasing your chance of winning a bracelet, and everything will be linked down in the description for you to check out. So now let's get back to the video. So a while ago, one of you guys actually messaged me and came up with this bracelet challenge. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the name of the person who sent me the initial message because since then I received quite a lot of messages and I wasn't able to find the person. But if you are that person, please let me know so I can credit you in the description. So first off, welcome to my room. This is my wonderful shelf, which is connected to my table. This is where I film all of my videos. This is where I keep all of my supplies and where I keep some of my books and my gems. I have another bookshelf over there, contains much more books. Now that I've done my face reveal, I can actually film videos with my face, which is still very new and weird to me, so bear with me if I look weird or do anything strange. So this person messaged me and sent me this really cool challenge idea, and I thought this was the perfect time to do it. So the idea of the challenge is that I choose a pattern, and I have already chosen one, and I get to randomly select colors for that pattern. So let's get into it. As you can see here, I've got all of my supplies and my strings, and if you've watched my organizing my collection video, you could see how I came up with all of this. But let's have a look into one of those boxes and pick out a few colors that I think might work well. So I'm going to start with this box first. This is the brand Plie that I got off Amazon, and I actually really like these threads. When I was doing my organizing my thread collection video, I said that I haven't tried them yet, but since then I've tried them quite a lot, and I must say they're really nice. So they come in quite a large variety of colors, so I'm going to pick out a few of them so that we don't end up with like 4 shades of the same color, and then we're going to randomize the colors. So I'm thinking maybe something very light, like this one. Maybe some light pink, light purple, some more pinks, some more darker pinks, like these, more purple. I'll pop a few blues in there as well. Some teals, a green maybe a light blue as well. A couple of greens, I've got many different shades in here. I'll pop in a few yellows, maybe a brown, that would be interesting. Orange. Got these lighter brown colors as well here. That might be interesting. I barely ever use the lighter browns and the browns in general. Might come up with an interesting color combination for us. I've got these darker reds as well here. I'm gonna pop in a few of these and maybe a few grays. This box looks really empty now. So I feel like we've already got enough of a color variety that I don't need to get into other boxes that I have. We've got pretty much one of each color, so whatever color combination happens with these colors should be fine. I'm now going to organize these colors in a fashion where I can randomize them. So I'm just going to be putting these colors like so that I can assign each of them a number, so that when I do the random number generation, I can know which colors came up. There we go, so I have all of my strings arranged so that it's easy to randomize it. There are 26 strings currently laid out. I've numbered them from 1 to 26 accordingly. And I've chosen this pattern to be the one that I'm making today. I'm going to have it linked down in the description. I've also made a video tutorial on how to make this pattern, so I'll link that in the description as well. And I need 4 colors for this pattern. Since I'm doing a challenge today, I'm not going to be using the straight edges technique, but I think the bracelet's going to turn out fine anyway. So I've got my random number generator up on my screen right now, and I'm going to leave it in the description as well if you want to try this out for yourself. I need to generate 4 numbers between 1 and 26. So we're going to randomize a number between 1 and 26. I'm scared to press this button and see what the first color is going to be. What if it's the ugliest one? 13. Now let's check which one is 13. 13 is this beautiful yellow. Can't say I hate it. I wonder which colors it's going to be chosen with though, because this can go well and it can go really, really bad. So let's randomize number 2. Number 7. I wonder which one that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. I like this. This is a nice sort of pale blue, especially together with the yellow. It sort of reminds me of like the sky and the sun, though they are completely different tones. The blue is sort of a light, sort of chill pastel tone, and the yellow is really rich and vibrant, so it might look a little bit weird. But, you know, that's part of the challenge. We're gonna go with it. So, randomizing color number 3. 14. 14 is this beautiful pink. I really like this color. I think it's really, really cute. I actually use it in quite a lot of bracelets, or use colors similar to this in quite a lot of bracelets. But now let's look how it looks together with the other ones. I actually like it. I think it looks pretty cute. The only thing is, again, I feel like the tones of the pink and the blue sort of go together really well, but the tones with the yellow, not so much, because the pink and the blue are sort of like light pastel colors, they're really chill, whereas the yellow is really vibrant and sort of like in your face. But, you know, again, part of the challenge, we'll see how it goes. And the last color, I'm nervous. The last color can make it or break it. It came up with 13 again. We've already used 13, so I'm gonna randomize it again. Can you believe that it came up with 14 again? It really must want me to use those pink and blues. 16. 16 is this one. I like this color. I think it's a really cute color. You can make a lot of really cool color combinations with this. The question is the color combination that I have gonna work out? So this is the color combination that was randomly assigned to me by a random number generator. I don't know how I feel about it. I would have never chosen this color combination for any of my bracelets. I feel like even though each individual color is really cute and I really like it, and I'm really glad that I didn't come up with something like this disgusting green that I don't like at all, but these colors together, I don't think they work really well together, because 2 of them, like the yellow and the pink, are really, really vibrant, but then the other 2, the other pink and the blue, are really sort of pale and chill and pastel. But again, that's part of the challenge. I would never have chosen this, but someone else chose it for me, that being a random number generator. So let's see how this bracelet is going to turn out with this color combination. So as you can see, I've already started making the bracelet, but it just was very difficult for me to film otherwise. So I made a loop, and I'm now going to be going into the teardrop portion of the loop. As I said, I have a video tutorial on how to make the pattern that I'm making today, and I also have a video tutorial on how to make the teardrop loop. I'm going to leave both of those in the description if you guys want to check them out. Point being, I'm not going to be showing you how to make them now, I'm just going to be making them. So I'm now going to get into making this teardrop loop and then this bracelet. But while I'm doing that, I asked you guys on my Instagram for you to submit your unpopular opinions, and you have submitted plenty. So I'm going to be reacting to them while I knot. The first unpopular opinion was submitted by idc.edward.png, and they say that white doesn't look as good as black with any color. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think that white color combinations look much different to black color combinations, in the sense that you have a completely different feel from a bracelet that is made with some colors in a white background and some colors in a dark background. It's a completely different feel. You can actually really see this if you look at my hashtag, which is Masha knots and so do I. This month's challenge bracelet was originally a pattern with a rainbow on a black background, which is what I did personally. But if you look at that hashtag, you can see that a lot of people have submitted their bracelets with a white background. And in my opinion, that gives the bracelet a completely different feel, but I can't say that I prefer one or the other. I mean, I obviously, if you've seen mine, I've done the black color combination, but I also really enjoy all the white ones. If I were to do that bracelet again, I would have chosen white as well. Next unpopular opinion is by Kim Ray Chloe, who says, I hate patterns. I used to be like that too. When I was just starting out making friendship bracelets, I hated reading patterns because I hated reading patterns. I would always avoid it, and I would always try to find someone on YouTube who did a tutorial for a specific bracelet. And this was back in like 2010, maybe even 2009, and not a lot of people were making bracelet related videos and tutorials, so it was very difficult for me to find anything really. I think Beyond Bracelets was around back then. She's still around if you want to check her out. She does great content, great tutorials as well. So I would really try to find specific tutorials for specific patterns when I could, or if I would just look at like different photo tutorials that people have done. But all of that, for me personally, stemmed from the fact that I just didn't understand how to read patterns. Now that I've learned how to read patterns, and now that I'm really comfortable with reading them, patterns are the only way that I go nowadays. I find it really easy to follow now. Ooh, connecting the teardrop is always the hardest for me. I'm gonna be very careful here. All right, the teardrop is made. I'm gonna go into making the bracelet now. So yeah, back to the patterns. Obviously I'm making a bracelet with a pattern now. Now that I understand how to read them properly and I can actually do it well, I don't find it difficult at all now. I'm pretty much fluent in the language of patterns. It's amazing. There are so many possibilities, so many opportunities. And just as I said that, I made a mistake in my bracelet on the second knot. Don't you love it when you make mistakes in your bracelets? Ugh. I have to untie it now. This is what I say every single time. Nobody ever believes me. I tell people that whatever bracelet I'm making, I always make mistakes. Every single one, there is at least one knot that I've undone during the process of making it. So don't feel bad whenever you make mistakes. It happens to the best of us. Reading patterns is something that is very fulfilling once you learn how to do it, and once you get comfortable with doing it. You can create so many different designs, you can create anything. You can even create your own patterns, and I'm going to do a video on that at some point as well. But it opens the door to so many different possibilities and so many cool things that you can do. So I don't agree with that unpopular opinion of yours. Next up, we have HM Bracelets, who says, I hate using cotton-based thread. Why? I'm curious, let me know. Like, message in the comments or somewhere in this video. I'm curious why that is. Why do you hate cotton-based thread? Is it the texture? I'm looking to the right because my pattern is on the right and I'm just making sure that I'm doing everything correctly. Is it because of the texture? Because sometimes sometimes when I touch cotton pads or cotton balls, they feel weird and like I get a weird sort of taste in my mouth and it's like, ugh. I don't want to be touching that, or ugh. Is that why you don't like cotton-based thread? Because I mean, in terms of thread for me, I don't really have much of a preference of what it's made. I just want to be able to work with it well, to make sure that it like doesn't fray, that it's not snapping. That's the sort of criteria that I have for my threads. I don't really care what it's made of. So I'm genuinely curious, what is it that you don't like about cotton thread? Next up, we have the Hairy Claire, who says, alpha patterns are my least favorite because of the threads that stick out at the other side. I don't know whether or not this is an unpopular opinion. I feel like a lot of people are divided on whether or not they like alpha bracelets. A lot of people are divided because they don't understand how to make them. Again, returning back to this sort of pattern issue. People don't understand how to read alpha patterns, which I don't know if I mentioned, but I have videos on both of those topics on how to make alphas and regular patterns, how to read them. In terms of threads sticking out the other side, I mean, I guess if you're like a perfectionist and you want both sides to look ideal and like perfect, then yeah, that makes sense. And I used to be like that as well in the beginning. I really didn't like alphas because first of all, I didn't really understand how to make them. They confused the hell out of me. But also I found it really annoying that the threads were sticking out the back. But again, I feel like it's the same situation as with the reading normal patterns issue. As soon as you get over that, like get over that hurdle of, you know, perfectionism, which perfectionism can be a blessing and a curse. But as soon as you get over that hurdle and like allow yourself to enjoy these patterns even though that they have sticking out threads at the end, it opens the door to so many opportunities and possibilities. There are so many beautiful alpha designs that you just cannot make with normal patterns. Like, it's just not possible. You're open to so much more creativity. You can create any logo of like your favorite TV show or something like that. Any character from your favorite TV show, your book, any sort of design, like a picture, you can create whatever you want and it's beautiful. I feel like both alphas and normal bracelets are beautiful in their own way. And even though right now I'm sort of in an alpha slump where I haven't made an alpha in quite a while, I can't say that I prefer normal bracelets over alphas. I feel like I love them equally, but I go into these sort of slumps where I only make one for a while and I don't make the other. So right now I'm in an alpha slump, but I mean, I'll get over it. So I do not agree with that unpopular opinion. I think alphas are great, and even though they are a bit ugly on the other side, I think that they're beautiful in their own way. And another submission from the hairy Claire. She says, nothing against you, but I think that braided ties are much better than crimp ends. And that is in reference to the picture that I posted when I was asking for your unpopular opinions, and also the video that I posted recently about crimp ends. I mean, I like both. I feel like making a teardrop loop like I am now, or making triangle ends, or just any sort of loop is beautiful and really, really cool. But also I think that crimp ends sort of give a unique look to your bracelets, give it more sort of, I don't know, professional sort of finished look, that it looks like something that you can buy off the shelf of like a store or something, which I guess reduces the appeal for some people because it looks less handmade, even though it is. They have very different aesthetics, different feels to them. I don't know how to describe it, but I like both. Next submission is by B Rose, who says, going row by row when making a bracelet is a pain in the butt. I 100% agree with this opinion, and unfortunately it is an unpopular opinion. Whenever I mention that I prefer segment knotting or anything like that, or whenever I do segment knotting, which is what I'm doing now, as you may have noticed, I'm not doing this pattern row by row, I'm doing it in segment. Point is, whenever I say that I prefer doing patterns in segments, people get really annoyed with me sometimes, not always, but like some people get really annoyed with me and say that like, oh, the row by row is the way to go, like that's the only way, otherwise it turns out really wonky. And I'm like, it doesn't really at all. It's just an easier way to make your bracelets. It's just much faster. You're doing the exact same knots whichever way you go. If you're following the exact same pattern, it's gonna be the same bracelet. But doing it in segments, in my opinion, is much easier because it just saves you so much time. Anyway, this is how deep I managed to get into my bracelet while I was filming this for you guys. I'm gonna go off camera now, finish this bracelet, and I'll get back to you. So it's a couple days later. I actually finished the bracelet the same day I was filming originally, but then I had some other things happen so I couldn't film this bit. But now let's have a look at the bracelet. There it is, guys. This is the bracelet that I managed to create for this challenge. I actually really like it. I like the triangle end especially, because the bracelet is sort of ends in a V shape. You can see that the triangle end looks really, really cute. And also, I think this color combination looks pretty cool. Like, yeah, you can obviously see that the darker pink really stands out, but I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. I really did think that it wouldn't look good because of the tonal difference in the colors, but I think it turned out pretty cool. Also, I really like the teardrop as well. So I'm really happy with how this bracelet turned out, and honestly, I'm genuinely surprised because I really didn't think it would look this good. So this is an interesting experience for me. I've never done anything like this before. I always choose the colors myself. I always feel like it's another way of like expressing yourself and expressing your creativity, but I would have never chosen this color combination, ever, just because of the tonal difference. As I said, I love all the colors individually, but they, in my opinion, looked really weird together. But since I did this and it turned out really, really cute, I might do this more often now. Maybe whenever I do make bracelets, I can go on a randomizer and see what kind of color combinations it comes up with. That's really interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any other challenge ideas, let me know in the description. I'm down for doing more of these challenges. This video was really fun to film and to do. And as I said, I did learn something about colors. I have a new posting schedule. I post on Wednesdays and Sundays now. And again, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. Mark your calendars for June 12th, which is when I'm going to be launching my new competition. And also don't forget to check out my Patreon in the description. That is the best way to support this channel and to ensure that I can keep creating these videos. So thank you all for watching. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!